Hi everyone! This is a quick video to show you how to assemble these Christmas elf treat boxes. I always share my projects with the Cricut community, so if you check the description right under this video, you'll find a link on how you can get it. Before we get started, I'll ask you to please give this video a thumbs up, and if you don't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Doing this will go a long way to supporting my channel with YouTube. So these are my trial cuts for this little elf treat box. I think they're adorable. I really love them. This one I did the mittens as print and cut, and it didn't match up properly. On this one, my printing I made last year, and my printer made the mittens a lot darker than this time, so I'm not crazy about the idea of using print and cut for the mittens. I did use it for the face and the ears and the nose. And this is the final one that I did yesterday. I had changed the mittens back to cut only so that they match up properly. And I don't know if you can see this, but the elf has little freckles. I think he's adorable. And I've used it puff tape. I couldn't find my puff dots. I've just moved and things are everywhere. I used puff tape and adhesive to pop his nose out a little bit, and I curled the ears to make it a little more textured, added a gem to the poinsettia. On the back you have a little greeting. You can change that up however you like. And once it's filled with candy, I would use either a sticker or tape or clear vinyl to make a circle or something like that to seal it closed once it's finished. So let's go on to assembling one. There's a lot of little pieces, but it's not difficult at all to make. I'll add an image so you can see all the pieces. Here we go. Come on. There we go. And we need this. So the first thing we're going to do is fold all our score lines. And if you have a bone folder or a scraper, would be a good idea to burnish the score lines, the folds, so that you get a nice crisp finish when you assemble the box. There we go. It just takes an extra second, and I think it's really worthwhile to do this. Be careful so we don't tear the frame. And the final fold on the side. Okay, then we have these. Because the window takes up quite a bit of the front of the box, you need to be careful when you fold these pieces over so you don't tear the front. There we go. And we'll do this one. There. Okay, you have an extra fold at the top for the flap to close the box. There it is. And we have these 4 tabs that we need to fold in. Okay, I prefer to do the folding first so that when we add the acetate, we know exactly where to put it. So we're going to add just a little adhesive around the window to hold the acetate in place. Come on. There we go. Don't need too much. The acetate is static. It was gripping to my sweater. Here we go. And we'll add the window. I'm using Tombow adhesive, and it does dry clear, so I'm not worried about how this looks at the moment. Just add that in. Okay, whoops, stuck that to my finger. That's not good. There we go. We have our window in. I'm just going to press that down to make sure it's well adhered. And then I'm going to add the little window frame before I set this aside to dry. We'll add our little window frame. And on this I'll add it to the frame itself, not on the box, because I don't want it to end up outside of the frame. That wouldn't be good. It would look messy. So let's put on the window frame. Try and center it up so it looks nice and even. Mine is a little bit to the left. I'm just going to pick it up and move it over a little. There we go. And we'll just set this aside and let it dry while we assemble the elf. Okay, so you need the background for the elf. There we go. And I have the nose. I did use puff tape on it, as I mentioned, but I'm also going to add a little speck of adhesive just to make sure it doesn't come undone. I have had the puff dots and puff tape come undone in the past. So since then, I'm just looking for the little white highlight on the nose because I want to put it up on the left. There we go. So the puff tape is not holding. There, we'll just set that aside for a second. So before you add the face, you want to add the ears. We have little pointy ears to go on. And we don't want them on top of the face, we want them behind the face. So we'll add those first. And I'm just going to add a little adhesive to the side. And we're going to add the ear and make sure that it's placed properly, that it's not overhanging in the back. That looks good. Can bring it out a little. Yep, perfect. So we add the ears. And we'll add one on this side. And we'll just check that it's not overhanging. That looks good. That's perfect. So that's all you have to do for the ears. As I mentioned, I did curl mine a little bit. That's optional, completely up to you if you want to do it. I would wait until the adhesive is completely dry before doing that. Let's see our face. The nose seems to be adhered now. So we'll just turn it over and add some adhesive to it. There we go. Flip it back over. And you want to line it up with the bottom. You don't want the green on the bottom to be showing through. So you want to make sure to line it up with the bottom. There we go. Well, it's relatively straight. That's fine. Okay, we're going to add the hat. Let's put these gloves away so we don't drop them on the floor by accident. We're going to add the hat. The hat overlaps the face. You can put the green trim on before you add the hat, but I prefer to add the hat first and then add the trim just to make sure everything lines up. So that's his little red hat. We'll add some adhesive on that. This is not a difficult project, and I think it's very cute. Oh, by the way, I also have a Santa version and a Mrs. Claus version that I will be sharing for sure. They assemble exactly like these do, but I'll probably do another video anyway just to show you how they look finished. There we go. And we need to add this little trim on top. Okay. Put some adhesive on that. My puppy is upset about something. I think I better go see what he's upset about. There we go. I'll let this dry. I'll just be an instant. Apologies. I think he just wanted to show me that he had spilled some of his water. He's very picky about things like that. Okay. There it is. We have a little pom-pom to go on top. Or if you have cotton balls or something like that that you want to use instead of this cutout, that would be cute also. A little cotton ball on top. And there we go. Gorgeous. Oh, can't forget the poinsettia. And if you have little gems or something you want to add to the poinsettia, that would be cute also. We'll put that here. And of course you can leave it out completely if you don't want to use it. There we go. And there's our elf face all done. We'll go back to our box. Okay, so I'm going to take this top panel and fold it in because I don't want to accidentally put adhesive on it and have a mess behind the box. And I'm just going to decide how high I want to overlap this. That looks about cute, so I'll just mark it there. And I'll put some adhesive on the front of the box without going past that point. Whoops, come on. And we'll take our elf face and add it on. There we go. And by folding in that flap, I've made sure that I didn't get any adhesive on it. We wouldn't want the face stuck to it, and then we can't close the box properly. So there's our little elf face. With the mittens, you can put them right on, completely on the front, or you can let them overhang a bit, and once the box is folded, you can fold this edge. And we're going to put the little red trim on the cuffs. The little red trim on. And this is going to go this way. Make sure I put the trim on the right side. There we go. So we have both our cuffs on. Let that one dry a bit more. And we'll add this. These I'm going to put right on the window instead of folding over the edges. I think this is a cute little project. And the Santa and the Mrs. Claus that I've already created are super cute. I think you'll love them. This elf I think I mentioned, I made last year. I made the project last year, but I never got around to sharing it. It was a busy season, and I never got to finish a video for it and share it. Okay, and we also want to add our message to the back. But again, that's optional. You're not obliged to do that. It's up to you if you want to add the note, or a handwritten note even would be cute. This is flattened for printing. So if you want to change it up, just unflatten it and make your changes. Put that in the back. There we go. That's all done. So now we're going to turn it over. We want to fold this final flap down and add adhesive to it. The end flap, I should say, not the final flap. And then we're just going to fold this over to adhere it. Make sure it's lined up properly. You don't want it to be crooked. It won't close properly if it's crooked. I'm just going to burnish that a little to make sure it's well adhered. There we go. There's our box. Now the bottom, you just fold the tabs in and fold the back panel down first. Did I forget to fold that? No, it's good. And then fold the front tab back towards the back. And we'll put adhesive on the front tab. I use a lot of adhesive, but I'm filling it with chocolate pieces that are quite heavy, so I would prefer to make sure that the adhesive holds. Okay, we're just going to, I'll use my bone folder just to press down on the inside and make sure everything sticks. My puppy's standing up watching me. He wants to see what I'm doing. There we go. And there's our cute little box. And to fill it with candy, close it up, and as I mentioned it, you can seal it with tape or a sticker or clear vinyl, white vinyl, whatever you prefer. And there we go. So that's our little treat box. I really hope you're going to make some of these. They're super fun and super cute. Make some changes to it if there's something you'd like to do differently. Please post pictures in my Facebook group if you do make some. I'd love to see how they turn out. As mentioned, check the description right under this video. You'll find a link for where you can find my project. And thank you for watching.